Someone's asking, should Canada leave the UN? Should Canada leave the UN? So our basic policy on that is a decision like that should be left up to the Canadian people. It's a pretty serious decision. We don't want to isolate our country. But if the Canadian, the majority of the Canadian people want that, we will implement that. But our position is we will cut back funding drastically to the UN, and we will hold them accountable for their bias against Israel, for their incompetence and their bureaucracy, their growing bureaucracy. We're going to hold them accountable. We're going to hold them accountable for all their all this radical Islamics in the UN that are pushing this bogus Islamophobia stuff, the INC. So we're going to be holding them accountable for that. We reject the globalism agenda coming out of Ottawa and those four parties, which is tied to the UN. This will destroy Canada. They're turning us into a post-national globalist village. They're sucking Canadian nationalism out of our country. They're dividing us. They're calling some racist. They're funding. Can you believe it? They're funding in the billions foreign cultures in our country. Can you believe that? And that's through the Canadian Multiculturalism Act of 1988, passed by the Conservatives. Can you believe that? That's what they're doing. And we have nothing against foreign cultures. But why would you spend our tax dollars on encouraging people not to integrate into Canada, our society? Why would you do that? The only answer is globalism, globalist village, post-national globalist state. We're asking for a revolution. That's what we need in this country. We're asking a revolution by taking the power away from those globalist parties, the four globalist parties. They're completely sold out. They're basically puppet parties, and they're catering to these national globalists and international globalists. That's the truth. Don't be fooled by their rhetoric on the surface. If you look at the actions, look at the legislation, what's happening, it's all because of that. And we're here to give Canadians an alternative choice. They've never had this before. They've never had this choice before. And this is at a really critical point in our history. If we go any further, it's going to be the point of no return.